Hey, this is Joe Price. I just wanted to show you two new features that we've added to the Map app. This is actually going to be implemented in a new URL of the Map app. You can still use the old URL and use the Map app the same way it's always worked. We just wanted to show you these two new features that we really like, and we're really grateful to Cannon Farr for building it, along with students in the Family History Technology lab. So let me share my screen to show you how this works. So you can see here the layout. If you just go to location, you can type in a place. So I'll start to type in Ohio. And as you do that, you'll kind of see a list of some of the counties in Ohio that you can work on. So here I'll do Lucas County, and I'm going to hit search. And notice that it zooms in. In this case, it just has these two hints. But one of the new features here is it tells you how many are left. Now, obviously, with two, it's not super helpful. But a lot of times there's going to be lots of dots on the screen. It's really nice to be able to track your progress. The other cool feature that we have is this Open Tabs button over here. So notice that the default is set to 5. You can change that to any number you want. And it's okay if this number is bigger than that number. When you hit Open Tabs, what it'll do is it'll open that number of tabs, or it'll open the number of tabs that are left. And again, you can kind of look at these and decide if it's a match. And if it's not a match, you can just close it. And then that will allow us to pass that family on to a group that handles harder cases. So you can see in this case that I'm actually going to pass on both of these. And when you pass on a family, it's just meaning that we'll give it kind of a closer scrutiny. So then I can come back here and I can type in another place. Let's type in another county in Ohio. This time I'll do Hamilton. So you can see in Hamilton, we have 25 left. And so right here, I can choose any number I want. Usually I do 10, but just for this demo, I'll just type in 3. And then I click on Open Tabs, and it'll open up that many tabs here at the top. And one thing I did want to show is if you have your Goldie May window open, these things work really well together. One nice thing I like on Goldie May is this Show Details button. So I can open it up so I can kind of see all of the information. And again, with some of these marriage records, it's just hard to tell if it's a match. So I'm going to pass on this one. Again, here's another one where we don't have a lot of information. And then this is one where, lots of things are lining up really well. We can kind of take a look. Here we have Hamilton, Ohio. We have, David Allen might match up. But again, this, you can see here we have David and Allen. So my guess actually is that this one is a match. We have, lots of information that's lining up really well. Here we have Kentucky and Virginia. So my guess is that his name is David Allen. His son is named David Allen, and he's on the tree as Allen, and he's in this census as David. So that I'm going to hit Attach Records. But let me just be clear, that was a judgment call on my part, and you'll always have the decision about whether to decide if it's a match using all of the information available to you. And then the cool thing is, now that I've checked all of these, and notice I left 2 of these undone, and that's totally fine. I just pull this tab away and I close all of these. And then if I want, I can hit the refresh button, or if I hit the Open Tabs button again, it'll just automatically refresh. And notice it's going to pull up another 3 hints for me to work through. And really what I'm focusing in on is unique information that allows me to know pretty quickly that it's a match. So you can see this one here. There's a lot of good information lining up. And so we can hit Attach like that. So we like to think of this step of the process as triage, where we're going through and there's a lot of cases that we can handle really easily just using Goldie May along with a source linker. And then we can leave the ones that are less certain, harder for other people to help with. Okay, and so then this is another one that I'm going to skip on. So then again, when I'm done, I pull this down, I close that, and you can see here that now we, each time I do some, we're going to have fewer hints that are left, and I can keep using the Open Tabs button to do this. Okay, so I just wanted to say just how grateful we are to have you try this out. Feel free to send us any feedback. I have really loved using this tool. I recently was on a trip as a family from St. George to Springville. I was the passenger, and I was able to do this on my laptop in the car. And so you might think about, like, on the last road trip you were on, were you able to do some meaningful family history projects? And I think this tool actually made it so I didn't have to do a lot of clicking or typing. Really, I was spending my time just thinking about whether they were matches and finding those families that were good matches so that I could attach the census record and add missing children to the family tree. So thanks for giving this a try, and we'll be excited to hear your feedback.